Good afternoon, everybody. This is Councilman Britt Moore. Welcome to the Finance Committee meeting for Thursday, October 31st of 2024. After review, looks like we have a fairly short agenda. We'll jump right into it with item 2024-416, and we'll hear from Melinda King, our Assistant Public Service Director.
Good afternoon, council members. Thank you for being here. This is an agenda item for the replacement of the existing CCTV camera that we use in our stormwater division. This camera is used to look through the pipes to determine if there's any issues that need to be fixed, repaired, and any clearing that needs to occur from the pipes themselves. The existing camera has reached its age of life, and we've had to do quite a few repairs over the past year that have resulted in downtime. So we have gone through the NC Sheriff's Association bid and selected a piece of equipment. It's Q's, which is also what the Water and Sewer Department utilizes for their CCTV camera, therefore creating a consistency between the departments. And so we are requesting approval of this in the amount of $236,972, and we hope you'll approve this.
Is this the only camera? Is there one that we use, or are there
Yes,
multiples?
this is one for our department, and then Water and Sewer has one as well.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2024-416.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, ma'am. Next, we'll hear from Robbie Stone, Public Service Director. And start with item 2024-415.
Thank you. This is for to replace 4 of our primary clarifier bridges at the east side wastewater treatment plant. The 4 existing bridges are deteriorated and in need of replacement. We do have funds in the current budget for this. We're recommending to award this to Jimmy R. Lynch and Sons in the amount of $536,000.
Questions?
This is the lowest bid. I noticed one of the bids was almost twice as much as the other. When I look at bids that are way outside of the delta, I kind of question it. I'm not saying that I'm not going to approve this. I'm just curious on why that one's so much more.
One potential reason is that Jimmy R. Lynch is currently doing some other work on site, so they already have equipment on site, and mobilization would be much less. And they're familiar. They're working on another project on that same site.
Okay. Seems good.
Thank you.
If there's no other questions, I'll make a motion to approve item 2024-415.
I'll second.
There's a motion and seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item, 2024-424.
This is an item for Jordan Innovative Fabrication to rebuild final clarifiers 1 and 2 at the Eastside Wastewater Treatment Plant. These final clarifiers are in need of replacement drive assembly, the header, and other miscellaneous parts. We rebuilt final clarifier number 3 last year about this same time. We do have funds currently available in this budget, and we are recommending awarding this as a task order to Jordan Innovative Fabrication in the amount of $265,500.
So we rebuilt 1 last year and do 2 this year. Is there any significant cost deviation from the previous year to this one?
Everything's escalated, but yes, we're trying to spread that out the best we can. Ideally, it would be nice to build 1 every other year if we could, but these 2 unfortunately have some failures close together and are to be rebuilt the same year.
If there's no other comments or questions, I'll make a motion to approve item 2024-424.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item, 2024-418.
This is to purchase 25 eye hydrants that will be installed throughout our water distribution system. These eye hydrants are manufactured and sold solely by the Eye Hydrant Group. So this is coming as a sole source item. Public Service, we've identified 25 locations in our distribution system throughout the city. And what this will do is if there's a break within the system or there's temperature swings or changes in the system, this will identify us and alert us to those locations to help us better and quicker identify those break locations and narrow that down and isolate that break. We have had some past scenarios where we've had a break and we can see it in the production from the plant, the outflow from the plant, but we have not been able to locate that for some time. It may, in that time, may be a few hours, and we've actually had some that's went on for a couple of days before we're able to locate that, just because of the location of the break and where it was flowing. So this right here will help us to better narrow down those locations and identify those breaks. We do have funding for this in the current budget. We are requesting that Kennedy Valve be approved as a sole source vendor for this purchase of eye hydrants in the amount of $109,033.46.
I have no problem with it. I want a clarification. Did you say this hydrant group is the only one that makes them?
So iHydrant is the sole provider. They have partnered with McWane, Clow, Kennedy, and M&H Valve. So those four are the distributors for them. We can go through either one of those, but
But they are
iHydrant is.
the only manufacturer.
Yes, yes, sir.
Pretty good gig if you can get it.
I have a question. These on the net, on the internet, and do we have any cybersecurity issues with this?
So there will be no controls for these over the web. We'll get direct feed and just be able to see if there's pressure changes or there's temperature changes.
Okay.
But there's no control over closing valves, open hydrants, or anything like that.
So it's just remote monitoring?
Correct.
Very good. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
If there are no other comments or questions, I'll ask for approval of item 2024-418.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, Robbie. Next item is 2024-419, and we'll hear from Fire Department Chief Brian Evans.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Council. This agenda item here today is for a purchase of a 2025 Pierce Enforcer fire apparatus to replace currently a 2009 Aero XT apparatus that needs to be replaced due to age, hours, and mileage of that apparatus. And in accordance with NFPA 1901, the standard for automotive fire and apparatus replacement plan, Council adopted a 15-year apparatus replacement plan, and that's what we're going to do with this 2009 apparatus, is to replace that. And currently, that 2009 Pierce Aero XT is a frontline apparatus that has well over 150,000 miles and 13,000 pump hours. And upon delivery of the 2025 Pierce apparatus, the 2009 Pierce Aero XT will become a reserve apparatus for High Point Fire. The purchase price for this current fire truck is $1.1 million, and this will be purchased through HGAC contract. And we are requesting that Council, using the HGA contract, approve the purchase of this fire apparatus for $1.1 million.
Comments or questions?
Well, you answered my question about the old one, so you beat me to it, so thank you.
Good. No other comments. I'll make a motion to approve item 2024-419.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything on the agenda? Chief, before you leave, I want to say congratulations. As of Tuesday, you'll become our new, remove the interim title, and we wish you nothing but good health and good success, and lead on.
Here, here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Holmes was not here today. Today, we celebrate the day of his birth and also the day of his daughter's birth, or one of his daughter's births. So we hope that the two of them will enjoy a good evening together, and be careful out there. Everybody hurry on out. It gets darker early. Get your Halloween outfits on, and be very careful.
I'm going as Britt Moore.
You bet. That'll take about 3 minutes. Any other comments?